Hey, good Wednesday morning, everyone. Another video update for you on the potential for severe weather today. I think today could play out a lot like yesterday did, with a fair amount of afternoon sun, warm, humid weather, and then the possibility of some bumpy storms as we get into the evening. We had some showers here and there overnight and lingering clouds this morning, but I do think we're kind of in the process of clearing things out as we go through the mid-morning hours. Here's a look at the current radar and satellite at about 9:20 a.m. Notice western Ohio is starting to see some clearing. There's even the potential for a severe thunderstorm watch here in the lower Ohio River Valley. A 40% chance of that watch being issued. Again, not locally, but parts of Indiana, western Kentucky, Illinois. Temperatures locally, upper 60s to around 70 this morning. It is warm. And of course, it is very muggy as well. Take a look at the dew points here. Mid-morning, we're well up into the 60s, so we're definitely in the muggy zone. You step out today, and you really feel the humidity kind of hitting you in the face as you head out on a Wednesday morning. Not much in the way of activity expected until later on today. We have to wait for a front. It's a weak front, but it's kind of out through here. We have to wait for this to get a little bit closer before things kind of destabilize across the viewing area later on today and into this evening. Taking a look at the upper levels, we have this trough of low pressure. See this dip in the lines here, a trough of low pressure, moving through the Midwest. And as this continues pushing to the north and east like this, it will serve to cause uplift in the atmosphere. A trough of low pressure upstairs in the atmosphere can cause the air in the lower levels to rise and form clouds and precipitation. So we'll be in a somewhat favorable zone for that. Let's show you the modeling here. We'll, of course, show you the highest resolution model we have. It's called the high resolution rapid refresh model. It's like having a camera with a lot of megapixels. It can really see things a little bit better and clearer than models that have a lower resolution. And you can also compare it to like having an HD TV as opposed to having an old standard definition TV. Now that said, this is a computer model and it's going to have its good days and its bad. We just look at it for guidance. We're not going to take it verbatim. But if you have outdoor plans for the rest of the morning and into the afternoon, I think you're looking rain-free. Here's mid-afternoon, right around 3 p.m. Notice locally, nothing going on. Now, as we go towards dinner time, here's 6 p.m. That weak little front's approaching. Shower and thunderstorm chances starting to increase across the area here at 6 p.m. And I think overall the best chance, the highest chance, if you will, to get wet will be from about 7:30 onwards. Here's 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, so just before sunset this evening, showers, maybe some thunderstorms pushing through. Now, yesterday's storms that impacted our viewing area did not produce any severe weather. We had some lightning and thunder, sure. We had some heavy rain in some spots, sure, not everywhere, but in some spots. But most of the severe weather with damaging winds and problems was roughly from I-77 on west into western Ohio. Today, the threat shifts a little bit. Here's the Storm Prediction Center outlook, where you see the yellow here. That is where they have the slight risk area for severe weather. And notice it's kind of tilted now, kind of from northeast to southwest across the region. Yesterday's outlook was more kind of focused like this. Today's outlook is a little more diagonal like this, and it does include most of our viewing area. Now, much like yesterday, the highest risk for severe weather will be in the damaging wind realm. The brighter yellow here, that's a 15% chance of a damaging wind gust within 25 miles of any location within that brighter yellow. Not much of a tornado threat at all today. We had that isolated event in Beaver Creek, Ohio, near Dayton yesterday, but that was a real isolated thing. And again, something like that can't totally be ruled out somewhere across Ohio today. But by far and away, it's wind and to some extent hail. I think the threat for hail is higher today than it was yesterday with yesterday's storm. So where you see the mustard yellow here, we're in the 15% zone for large hail. So large hail, damaging winds, those are our main threats. Here you go. I think the damaging wind threat is maybe a little bit higher than the large hail threat. Not real concerned about tornadoes, but the chance is not zero. It's just real low. And flooding is not a real big concern. But, if you get under a heavier thunderstorm, it could be some minor street and highway, ponding on roadways, minor street and highway flooding, something to watch out for. And the timing on this, again, around sunset. Probably as early as 7 in a few spots, but more than likely 7:30, 8, 9 o'clock, perhaps as late as 10 o'clock or so, somewhere in that window within an hour or two on either side of sunset. Well, we'll keep you updated throughout the day on Facebook and Twitter, check out Jess's forecast at noon today, and I'll see you tonight on 21 News at both 6 and 11. Have a great Wednesday.